The NFL put out a tweet about a day ago, yesterday, in preparation for Thursday night football, which is going to be Bengals Steelers on Amazon Prime, and
Okay.
the it is, but the graphic that they put out made it look like a political debate preview between two old dudes, Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco.
The joke being is that they're old enough that they would settle their differences on the football field with just a conversation. Two classy gentlemen. No, I mean not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron
There's
Rodgers is
there's
classy.
more gray hairs between the two of them as starting quarterbacks than there is in the entire organization for either team,
It's a
top to
beautiful
bottom.
thing, dude.
Is it? What
Two
makes it
silver,
beautiful?
two silver foxes going
That are
going to
bad.
battle. Two
That
two
are.
savvy war veterans that are taking their respective teams into battle.
This
And
game's gonna
one
blow.
just hasn't been on the team for very long.
He knows how to sling it though. Better whatever Joe Flacco is doing, he is stealing it from Aaron Rodgers. His life force, his arm strength. He's taking it away from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has gotten real bad with that arm, and Joe Flacco is still slinging that thing around.
Both of them have a lot of talent to work with. Um, I who do you think is there an argument that Joe Flacco's had a better career than Aaron Rodgers?
No,
No,
why? Who would make that argument?
Ravens fans. It's just something
Joe
about Joe
Flacco.
Flacco.
Something about Joe Flacco. I bet they wish they had Joe Flacco right now back and being their starter while Lamar is out.
I mean, I mean, young quarterbacks aren't cutting it. That's why they got these old hags throwing the football. We're not developing quarterbacks, guys. We're ruining them.
That
Bad
that has
quarterback
been
play.
something that you've been saying for a while. Found
Yeah.
on that we're ruining the young quarterbacks. What do you think?
I mean, I think coaches, coordinators, play callers, like they bring their schemes and everything down to the level at where and there's one thing to be said about like scheming around a player, but like if you're dumbing things down for your quarterback to be able to perform and we're not like teaching and developing and building on their skill set, like I don't know. Like I'm mainly piggybacking or reiterating stuff that I hear um, more prominent figures, probably people that know the game a lot better than I do, talk about. I mean, Tom Brady's been saying it for more than a couple years now.
I think he's been saying it more with like the rules more than the coaching. The rules have made it to where the game has been dumbed down. Because like you used to not be able to throw over the middle, but guys are obviously throwing over the middle now, including the top quarterbacks in the league. Pat, Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow's done it. Name it. It doesn't matter. Everybody's been throwing across the middle, but that wasn't something that you used to do because defenders could play, they could hit. Um,
Or you
I
had
don't
to
know if it's
pick your
necessarily
spots
the
when you did.
coaches.
Like you really had to be strategic and not throw hospital balls to get your players knocked out of the game.
Unless it's Austin Collie. And then all you do is throw a hospital ball. Peyton Manning.
Catch the dang ball. Like he's
I
yelling
don't
at
think.
Austin Collie as he's knocked out on the
Yeah.
ground. It hit your hands.
I don't necessarily think it's like a coaching thing. I think the coaches are having to deal with it. The one thing I would say about the coaching is I think it's also gotten worse over time. Like, not that there's always been a large amount of like good coaches in the league, but I definitely think it's the coaching has not been as good as it has been in the past. Look at the top coaches now. You've got a couple of young guys who have stood the test of time. Like look at Sean McVay, but the guys who are doing better in the head coaching realm with more consistency is Andy Reid, John Harbaugh. You
Well,
had Belichick there for a while.
at lower levels of the game, like you even have Trevor Lawrence. having to learn how to do a cadence when he comes into the NFL. Like he's clapping at Clemson. Like he's never under center. He's running the spread. He's clapping to get the ball snapped. And I don't know. It's just an example of I don't know this lower expectations we're putting, I guess, on football players in general, but quarterbacks specifically. Like your quarterback should be a student of the game, and not saying that Trevor Lawrence isn't, even though I don't like him. But like your quarterback should be like one of the smartest guys on the team, like especially about football, and just how to do different things. And your quarterback should know what every position does and where people are supposed to be on every play. Like I mean, your quarterback is your general out there, your field general. So I mean, it's I think I don't know. Maybe just in general, the game's been dumbed down for them, and there's tendencies and habits that quarterbacks have nowadays that you would be like slaughtered for 20 years ago, 20, 30
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah, I can get behind that. I think the defenses have gotten a little bit more robust in the way that they're able to like disguise coverage, that they're able to throw different looks at you. I definitely think it's possibly more difficult to play in this style, specifically because things can be so chaotic.
Well,
But the
let
one thing I would say that they like even back then, older generation quarterbacks didn't have to or had to play against was coverages and schemes that were also designed to be chaotic. But then on top of that, they also had to play against the physicality that came from defenses,
yeah.
not being penalized for hitting or playing a little bit more physically. Whereas now it's just a little bit easier because even though they're scheming a little more difficultly for somebody to read, there's not the physical aspect that you
Well,
necessarily have to worry about.
I don't know. You've probably heard a lot of people talk that like defenses are running more too high safety and it's causing problems for quarterbacks. Like if the adjustment that defenses are making is just going to too high safety
Run the
and
ball.
like well, not only that, but like if you don't know what routes or what you can do within your passing offense to combat that, then like what are we talking about here? Like this quarterbacks should have a counter to your counter. Like if your quarterback should be playing steps ahead, recognizing things on the defense and if he has to check out of something or like you know what I'm saying? Like too high
Yeah,
safeties shouldn't be a complicated concept for quarterbacks nowadays, but
that
apparently
and
it's
that's
causing it's
yeah.
causing problems for offenses in
But
the
that
NFL right now.
portion also that now goes back to your coaching aspect. That specific portion goes to game planning, looking at film, and then also
Expectations on your
plays.
quarterback. Like, like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we're seeing a lot of young quarterbacks like that that have to deal with that. The cool thing
So we're gonna see two guys on Thursday night that are the last of the old guard that that they know how to play against too high safety. I guarantee
their arm just doesn't work well enough to get the ball in the right spot, nor are they mobile enough to run around when a young 6'4",
bro. It's about to be a
260 pound
shootout.
defensive end.
It's about to be a
Like,
shootout.
listen, Aaron Rodgers is about to die. Like, we're going to see the death of Aaron Rodgers on this field. Miles Garrett is going to put that man in a grave.
Well,
I'm thinking
I'm
of.
saying the same thing about T.J. Watt and
I
Joe
don't know why
Flacco.
I also just said Miles Garrett
You idiot! They're
because I
playing.
was thinking I was wrong
Cincinnati.
since wrong Ohio team here. It could be Trey
Wrong
Hendrickson,
AFC
but I
North
believe
team.
yeah, but he's out, so maybe he lives. Maybe Aaron Rodgers lives. Joe
Joe
Flacco won't
Flacco
though.
behind the Bengals offensive line might. Or,
Might not. Yeah,
dude.
he's ooh, that's gonna be tough. But to get you ready, a guy that has also provided some disappointment in the fantasy football realm, just very much like young quarterbacks disappointing you. Sean is not here this week, so Tybo is here to give you your stardom and sit 'em in fantasy football for NFL Week 7.
Yeah, in my personal leagues, I've done pretty well the past couple of weeks. So, uh, the picks, it's there's a change a coming. All right. I wanted to really like challenge myself and make sure there was no like locks or stuff that was like a guarantee. So stardoms for my quarterback position, I got Michael Penix versus the 49ers. No Fred Warner over there. Expect him to exceed his projection on all the fantasy platforms.
Dire days for the Niners faithful.
I I feel bad. No, I don't.
No shot.
Running back.
He's
I
gonna go
think
Bijan.
Aaron Rodgers loves to throw to running backs, but he doesn't usually throw to his first running back. So I'm telling you to start Kenny Gainwell. I'm eating my words from the beginning of the season. I was sleeping on Jalen Warren and Kenny Gainwell. Um, I thought Caleb Johnson was going to have a bigger role. I think a lot of analysts thought he was going to have a bigger role, but
Still could. Season's not over.
Kenny Gainwell caught a lot of passes last week, and especially in PPR formats, I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to give you a good production. Wide receiver, I'm going Cortland Sutton versus the Giants. The Broncos are at home, and the Giants have a terrible pass defense. They give up a lot of fantasy points to wide receivers. I think it's another Cortland Sutton day. Tight end, I'm going Cade Otton at Detroit. Travis Kelce just had his best game of the season against Detroit. The Buccaneers are running
You tell
thin
me
at
Kate
the
Otten is good as Travis Kelce? Is that what I just heard?
an old Travis Kelce. Pretty kind of
Okay.
close. It's
Wow.
comparable. But Baker has less and less targets to throw to, and I think Cade Otton is now becoming more of a focal point of that offense. He had a decent game last game. I think he repeats. Sit him. I'm telling you to sit Matt Stafford versus Jacksonville. Um, he's Matt Stafford hasn't had great games on the road this season so far. They are in Jacksonville, and Jacksonville, I think, is still at the top of the league in takeaways. So Matt Stafford might throw a pick. Who knows? Running back. Tony Pollard's been on this list before, but I'm telling you, sit him again versus the Patriots. Tajay Spears is becoming more involved, and I don't think Tony Pollard's that good. Sit him. At wide receiver, I think this is the week that you sit Hollywood Brown with Rashee Rice coming back. Um,
I feel like that's an easy call.
well, I mean, he for people that are looking for wide receiver help, like he might be a popular option because he's probably near the top of points scored on a lot of waiver wires out there. Hollywood Brown just came off a 2 touchdown game and has had production throughout this season. So I think this is maybe not he'll have a game going forward, but I don't think first game Rashee Rice back is a game that you can start Hollywood Brown. And also, if we're up a lot against the Raiders, the game script doesn't usually go Hollywood's way. Tight end, I believe this is the third straight week that you're going to be able to sit Hunter Henry at Tennessee. I think the way the offense is going is just kind of flowing away from Hunter Henry right now. Drake May's looking at his better targets out there. That's the tips.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with the Bucs. We'll get to that later. Obviously, sit and make a Buka because he's probably going to be out. But going to be interesting. You said Kate Otten, so I'll be interested to see what exactly happens against that defense who's been getting lit up and is now also out Brian Branch for a game, which the
I think
NFL has the
Baker's going to be forced to
funniest.
throw to Kate Otten, dude. Like I don't know.
Yeah, NFL has
Sterling,
the ability to
you were
do.
saying Sterling Shepard's like one of his primary options. Well, he only had like
Yeah,
a couple catches last game. It wasn't it wasn't very impressive.
hey, he was double covered. NFL has the ability to do the funniest thing in Brian Branch's appeal of his 1 game suspension, which seems ridiculous. I don't know why he would appeal a 1 game suspension after that. But the NFL has the ability to do the funniest thing in saying, "Oh, you're going to appeal this? More games, not just one."
I don't think they can do that.
You know, if I was the NFL, I would just for the hell of it.
Unjust. Biased man. Conflict of
don't
interest.
don't throw a punch in the middle of a football field. Save that for the hockey rink.
He doesn't play hockey.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe we should allow fights in football like they do in hockey.
I mean, I'm down.
You are
I'm good with that.
down for a little scrap?
Well, scrap, dude. Scrum it up.
No, stop calling everything scrums. Just people in general. Stop calling everything a scrum.
Not everything revolves around rugby, dude. Not like rugby's not that big of a sport. Nobody
I
cares.
mean, but that's where the term comes from. And if everybody's
Maybe
just gonna, oh, it's a scrum. It's a,
listen. Only people who play rugby take it that way.
you can take it this way. Shout out.
Well, the Cowboys are about to take it another way because we are getting to our game to watch. Our game to watch this week, I'm giving it. It is the Commies versus the Cowboys. Cowboys at home are 2.5 point dogs. Commies coming off the back of a not really good showing, not a very good game against the Bears. They take a couple point loss. Um, they all around just didn't do that well. You had Bill, the rookie running back pick out of the 7th round, 17 carries, didn't do a whole lot with it, had a fumble. Jayden Daniels was getting sacked left and right. And really nobody on the defense could put a stop up against the Bears either. Like they're coming off the back of a bad game. And I think they can do wonders here.
It's a bounce back. It's a bounce back in Dallas for the Commanders.
Yeah, big bounce back game. And on the other hand, you've got the Cowboys, whose defense is really, really bad. So that bodes well for the commies. But the offense, like they're going to put up points. Like this is going to be a high scoring game. I feel like because Dak Prescott and the stats he's putting up, George Pickens, the stats he's putting up, we might see CD Lamb this week. Not totally for sure on what his status looks like, but he could be back this week or next week. I think this is going to be a high flying game. I don't know what the over under is. Take the over. I think we're talking like 30, 40 points each.
30, 40 points each.
80, 40 points each. This is going to be one of the best games to watch of the season for an offensive
Commanders are
firepower.
good. I would love to see that. Um, who you got calling this next game of the week? That's not the one I chose.
That is not the one you chose. I believe you chose the last one there. So I'll take this one too.
Oh,
We're getting to
dude,
our
he's just
game.
gonna talk for 3 games straight. Oh,
I mean, you can take the next one
okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take, yeah.
since that one was one of your favorite picks. So this one is my game to watch. Tybo tried to talk me into a game that I didn't want to watch. I don't really care. I don't think it's a game of the week. Doesn't really matter. One of these is also going to be a dud on this list. Another one that he chose specifically.
Oh my god.
But I'm taking Colts Chargers as a game to watch. Colts have been really, really good this season. Chargers started off really hot. They got much worse. For some reason, they are a favorite in this game. at home by 1.5 points. I don't know what the league is thinking by making them the favorite in this game, or I should say Vegas. Um, but we've also seen them be able to come back against adversity. They know how to hang around in games. They've got Herbert who's able to sling it offensively from a skills position. They've been able to keep themselves in games. And so I expect that. I expect this to be a close one. They'll keep themselves in this game. The Colts, on the other hand, like still very good. Jonathan Taylor is going to be able to tote the rock defensively. They're going to be able to get pressure on Herbert, who's going to have to use his legs. And Michael Pittman Jr. did cop a little bit of a hamstring injury. Um, he copped an injury in the last game. Adonai Mitchell, I believe, is on the trade block. There's talks of the Colts potentially wanting to trade him. So I'm going to throw a little tidbit out here for a little bit of a fantasy advice. Maybe start Josh Downs. Big week incoming.
I think he also might have an injury.
No, he's fine.
I got an update on he's on my team in Dynasty, buddy.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Precaution. It's precautionary designation.
Precautionary designation. I don't believe you. Cause yeah.
I
Let's
mean, you never believe me,
he's in concussion protocol.
brother. I've seen Tua get knocked out in the middle of the field and come back out the very next play. He'll be fine.
Josh Downs concussion doesn't practice Wednesday.
It's just Wednesday, dude. He'll practice tomorrow.
Trending upwards heading into week 7. I guess that is
Hey,
there.
there you go. Told you.
All right.
Daniel Jones has been a massive surprise
So
this
look,
season.
look, let me do I start him over T.
Yes,
Higgins?
yes.
Yes.
Like if his question, like if he's removed from concussion protocol, I would
But T.
absolutely.
Higgins plays Thursday night.
I wouldn't play T. How he hasn't played well this season.
Who?
T.
I mean, 10 points is 10 points. He's had 11 in 2 straight games. He had 15 earlier this season.
Pittsburgh's defense is too good.
Joe Flacco's got to throw the ball to somebody, and they're
Yeah, it's going
probably
to
going to be
Jamar.
down. Okay. Ja- Ah,
You can deliberate later on. Well, that's
I mean the options are thin because Garrett Wilson's hurt too, man.
yeah. Garrett Wilson is
My
out too.
options
Yeah,
are my options are thin.
and when you have a bad team, that's what you get.
Mm. Get off me. Get off me. I'm making the playoffs. Don't worry about me.
If the season ended today, yes. If the season ended after this week, no.
Lies. Do not worry
You are
about me.
just over the cutoff.
Do not worry about me. Oh, okay. We're moving on now.
Yeah, we're moving on, brother.
um Sunday night game. Falcons 49ers. I already told you to start Michael Penix in my fantasy tips. I think the Falcons offense is hitting their stride, and the 49ers defense is one that they could possibly take advantage of, like I said, without Fred Warner. Um, but on the other side, the 49ers on the offense seem to make it work with all their injuries. So I do think there's going to be a decent amount of points scored in this game. I think it'll be tough for both teams involved. I think I'm rooting for, and I think the Falcons will win. Um, but they also burned me earlier in the season in the Panthers game, so I guess tread lightly. But yeah, this should be a both teams score in the 20s at least game.
What makes you think the 49ers have the capabilities of not only scoring 20 points with the injuries that they have, but then
They do it.
also only holding another team to 20s, given all the injuries
They
that they
seem to
have
find
going
a way
on.
to do it. Like
They just lost Fred Warner last week. Like they've got nobody. Nick Bosa's constantly injured.
next
Like,
man up, Detroit was playing with half their team decimated at the end of the season.
and they're a much better team that has the ability to go a little bit deeper than the Niners. The Niners don't have anyone right now.
You don't know the players that were possibly on the practice squad that have been called up
Yeah,
for.
because I've never heard of them, and neither has
You
anyone
don't know them. You
else.
don't know that. Just like you didn't think the Chargers running back was going to be any good, and he had a great game.
This game is going to be a bloodbath. Bijan, you thought that he had an amazing game on Monday night against the Bills. This is going to be two times worse.
Yeah, but they could also lay a dud, dude. The Falcons offense, I'm not like fully putting my trust in. I said I think they're hitting their stride, but they could go out and play like they did in the Carolina game.
Watch out for Drake London. He's going to go off. Watch out for Bijan. He's going to go off. Hell,
Kyle Pitts,
If you got Ray McLeod, start him. Do not start Kyle Pitts. He's on the all
well,
time sit list. If you got Ray McLeod, might as well throw him on the stardom too. Because I'm telling you what, the ball is going to get spread out. Except for Kyle Pitts, he ain't getting nothing. And this is gonna be a bloodbath. This is not a game of the week. This is not a game to watch. I will not be watching this game outside like the first half or watching highlights of Bijan run laps around the 49ers. Two and a
uh,
half point favorite. The 49ers are Vegas. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I kind of question that too. Um,
That's crazy.
the next line is almost disrespectful to Baker. I got Bucs Lions on Monday night, where it says the Lions are 5.5 favorites.
That's a
You like
wild
I
line.
say
That is a
5.5 instead of 5.5.
yeah. This guy. This guy.
This guy. Uh, Baker's MVP. He's gonna throw it to anybody on that roster. And Bucky Irvin or not, they can get it done in the run game. Iffy with Rashad White, but he still scores. But the Lions are at home trying to bounce back against the Chiefs, and Baker keeps games close. So is this the later game on Monday night or is this the earlier game?
No, this is the 6 p.m. game on Monday night. So I will definitely be
Well,
watching this one. I will not be watching the 9 p.m. kickoff. Are you kidding? 9 p.m. on a
it's good
Monday
it's in
night
the 6 p.m.
NFL?
slot so that everybody will watch it
I
because
mean,
this is going to be a
what are
good game.
we did a 6 and a 7 the last couple of weeks. Why are we doing a 6 and a 9? It's awful decision making by the NFL.
I do think the Lions offense is good enough to have a really good bounce back week and the Bucks might be having to have like a bigger comeback than they're used to this year. But I'm not counting Baker out, even with all the injuries. So love me some Bucks Lions.
I think we're gonna get
This is a
another. I
good
think we're gonna get
NFC matchup.
I think we're getting another good offensive game out of this one. Like the Bucks defense is healthy. They are very good. I think the Lions are going to try and get some revenge after what happened last week. I don't think they're going to roll over and die. I think this is going to be much closer than the five and a
Yeah, I
half
think
that
Dan Campbell
Vegas
motivates the
is,
fuck out of them after what
like,
happened.
but only on the
It's a
offensive side because Brian Branch is out. They've got the injuries at corner, and then at safety you got Kirby back there who just like that guy's too in love with like tweeting out about how bad the referees were in the Chiefs game instead of focusing on actually being good, which he's not. So I think it's going to be another offensive game. Get Rashad White has at least one touchdown. Sterling Shepard has a touchdown. K. Dot has two. We're talking four touchdowns. That's at least 28. We're getting there. Baker runs in another one. Give me 35 for the Bucs. I don't know. Amon Ra is going to have two. Sam Laporta is going to have one. Jameer Gibbs probably going to run into himself. Like it's going to be a bloodbath of an offensive showing. It's going to be a fun game.
yes, it will. Yes, it will.
You know, a game that is
This
not
was the
going to
easy.
be
That was
fun.
the easiest game to pick. Like this, that was
Oh, by
the
far.
game of the week.
Duh.
Duh.
A game that's not necessarily going to be fun if you're a fan of one of these teams.
Tommy.
Tommy, shout out Tommy. Raiders Chiefs.
No,
Chiefs are
don't shout
11
out
and
Tommy.
shout out Tommy. Chiefs are 11 and he's going to this game by the way. Where the
So will
Chiefs at
I.
home are
Well,
11 and a
maybe.
half point favorites. If you're going, you should hit them up, connect, uh, or not, depending on how you feel about Raiders fans. But with the Chiefs being 11 and a half point favorites in this game, I don't like this game has usually been pretty close over the last couple of seasons, especially going into what last year, the Black Friday game. That was really crazy in the way that it ended. And Gino has been known this season to be an interception throwing machine. The Chiefs are not known for getting takeaways. Does that change in this game? Do we change that turnover battle that we've been losing consistently year after year in this game?
We lose the battle, but we still have a good defense
Yeah, I'm not saying like
so
it's
so
not a
many
good
people's
defense. We just
minds.
don't get
Like
takeaways.
I no, unless they put Leo back in. Like Leo needs to be out there doing everything. Leo needs to be on the edge. Leo needs to be covering people. Like
Dog.
unless unless we can clone Leo Chanel and put him at uh four different positions I can think of, then no, we're not getting takeaways.
Put him a quarterback too while you're at it.
I'd rather have him at fullback.
I'd take that. Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to get some turnovers. Don't get me wrong. We're going to end up like Gino's going to get a turnover. It's not because he's going to be throwing an
Can you
interception.
confidently say that? Can you
I
confidently
think
say
he's,
that with our
I,
defense?
yeah, because that offensive line is horrid. I think we're going to get to the quarterback this week. I think we're going to get to Gino. I think we're going to get him on the ground. And instead of throwing
We got to the
interceptions,
quarterback last week.
exactly. That's my point. So we're going to get to him. We're going to get to him early. We're going to get to him all game, and there's going to be fumbles, not interceptions. We don't get interceptions. We get fumbles and
Fumbles,
fumble recoveries, and that's
sack
exactly what's going to
fumbles,
happen. Strip
strip
sack fumble.
sacks.
Strip sack fumble. There has been some news going on with the Kansas City Chiefs left
Geno
tackle
Smith
Josh.
has been.
Oh, you're saying he's written back?
No, he's not riding back. He's just being written off a second time for much better reasons this
You think
time.
he'll write back this time?
Um, no, I think he doesn't write. Damn.
Well, he is a left-handed quarterback, so
Yeah, if he did write, it would just smear all over his arm.
there has been some weird stuff going on in the Chiefs camp. Obviously, we know that Josh Simmons did not play left week. The Chiefs rookie left tackle Jalen Moore, after he had a baby, and the same day came in and played fantastically and put Aiden Hutchinson in the dirt. Um, but he's still out, and actually, it's being reported that they don't know when he's going to be back. He's back home in California. The Chiefs have not released a statement. And matter of fact, like we thought that the front office knew, and everybody kind of knew, and like Leo dedicated the Lions game to him. And then we got a report from Nate Taylor, formerly of the Athletic, now with ESPN. He's the Chiefs beat writer.
Mm-hmm.
Has been no matter where he has been at, but he stated today, I was listening to it on the radio, that the Chiefs, like some people in the Chiefs front office, didn't know that he was gone and didn't know why he was gone, and potentially still don't, and that they were confused why he's not here. And so I don't. The Chiefs also have not released a statement about him being gone. Obviously, it's not like we need to know why. It's not that we need to know why, but there's just been no statement been released, and now there's points of confusion, and the whole situation's getting very weird.
I think it's pretty weird that someone would have to dedicate. I mean, you'd think that's kind of then something serious is happening.
Yeah. The Leo's dedication of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah, I mean it seems very weird. Again, we don't need to know what's going on. Keep personal issues personal, but like if there's also people inside the organization being saying, where is this coming from? Why is he not here? What is going on? And that's being reported. I think there is a requirement of some sort of statement from the team to come out and be like, hey, we're all on the same page. We're good here.
Yeah.
And missing
You
him
hope it's like
like
there was a what was his injury?
well, the injury in college was a torn patellar tendon, but it doesn't seem obviously everything is a rumor, but it doesn't necessarily seem injury related.
Right. Just hope it's not, you know?
Um,
I wish for
yeah,
the health of
at
everybody
least
involved.
obvious. Yes. T's and P's. Do we think this game will be close? We've got Jalen Moore stepping in. We've got Rashee Rice back. Do you think there's going to be a focus on the run? Do you think there's going to be a focus on the pass? Like, do we just try to get out of this game? Do we try to get Rashee back into the groove of things as we have Buffalo coming up in a couple more weeks after this game? What do we think?
It's the Raiders. There's been so much built up around Rasheed Rice that like our locker room listens to all of it, dude. Like Pat and Travis and everybody in our locker room is very in tune with. I mean, pretty much every locker room is nowadays. But I don't know. We Pat likes to prove points. Pat likes to be petty, and like I think it's gonna live up to the hype. I think it's one of those things that's just he's gonna be stubborn about. We're going to have plays that are schemed up for Rasheed, and we're going like he's going to be a highlight or a focus of the offense, and we're going to showcase him off like for like it's the Raiders, bro. Like this, what a more perfect game. Like they're not that great on defense. Let's show off our shiny old but brand new this season tool.
I would love to, get in and get out of this game. I want to see a little bit more effective running. I want to see like some strong
Strong
choices. I want to see some strong choices of
choices.
like get Pacheco the ball. Let's get this guy some real in-game options to just boost his vision because that seems to be the problem. He hits the hole hard, but like let's give him enough opportunities to really get a good vision as we get here halfway about almost halfway through the season. And then I also want to see like, hey, let's attack Rasheed. I don't care if he's double like get him the ball, but also like let's have this game finished at halftime. I want to be up by 60 Pats. I want this to be a college game. I want to see like I'm looking at the Raiders. I'm like, okay, this is Fresno State, San Jose State,
I was
but
I was pretty
Appalachia
tempted to
State.
put like all of
Want
the
it
Raiders
done.
offense on the situm. Like I think our defense is going to I think the defense is going to be putting exclamation points on this game throughout the whole game. Um, you were saying there was going to be a lot of sacks. Like I think we beat the total from the week prior. I just hope to see everybody playing with what is perceptively like good effort. Let's have good
Chris,
effort as a
calling you.
defense, and we shouldn't have any problems.
I want to see. I want to see records being broken this game. I hate the Raiders. I don't care that they're bad. I don't care that it's not necessarily been like an in tune rivalry over the last couple of years. And they're gonna come and be ready. And I don't. Jawan Taylor, Jalen Moore, get ready to put Max Crosby in the dirt. I want this guy to be nowhere near any play at all this game. I just let's let's finish the Raiders off this season. They're real close to being done. They're real close to being done. This is the game that does it. This is the game that the Raiders go, okay,
Breaks their
yeah,
will.
we really
Let's
screwed the
pack it
pooch
in
on
for the
this
first
one.
for the first overall pick, boys. Like
Yeah, yeah. Let's get this one taken care of. Let's go up by 60 first half and let's take the pads off the boys. Let
Do we
who's
score more than 28 points in a quarter?
no.
Can we break our
I'd
like
love to
personal
see it.
record of
35.
points in a
I'd
quarter?
love to have 35 and a quarter. Just be, but they're not going to let us take the top. They're just going to sit like if that starts to happen, they're just going to put somebody in the end zone waiting. They're going to have a goalie on the goal line just sitting there waiting to chase somebody down, being over the
That's
top.
called prevent defense.
Like
Get
I
him in the
don't think this
prevent.
game is.
Get three back there, boys.
I,
We
I
know
am
he's
not
throwing it.
one. I am not one to be like, hey, this is a
Run
big
up the score.
line. I'm not one to say like this is a big line and I trust it. This is a big line that I trust. The Raiders, even though it's a rivalry game, the Raiders are so bad. It's not going to be close. I want to see us break the single game sack record. I want to see Patrick Mahomes like he's back at Texas Tech and throw for 890 yards this game. I also want to see Pacheco put up 250 on the ground. Like just get it done
Get it done.
by
Get
halftime.
her done. All
Get it
right.
done.
Larry get. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still
Thanks
relevant.
for that. Yeah.
Toe mater.
You got anything you want to add on this game? Is there anybody that you're going to be watching specifically this game outside of Rasheed?
Maine. Look, I mean, is this an obvious pick? Let me just say, if we do get a pick, it's coming. It's coming from cornerback Noel Williams.
He got 21 snaps last week. Let's get this man some more snaps.
He puts himself in good position, and when you put yourself in good position, things like that will come. I if it's an interception that comes off a hit to the quarterback, it could literally go to anybody. But if this is like Gino making a bad decision and Noel Williams is playing good coverage, Noel Williams is getting an interception.
Stick him on Jacoby all day and we'll never have a problem. Man
More
up.
than 21 snaps, please, Spags.
And I don't mean 22. I want more than that as well. Spags would be the type to do that.
Let Jalen Watson know his job's in a little bit of jeopardy.
I'm gonna be watching Harrison Bucker. One more missed field goal and action needs to be taken.
He's the highest paid kicker in the league, right? Or close to it. Like
Yeah,
he's
action needs to be taken as in like we need to bring in competition, at least bare minimum. Competition has to be brought in. But yes, he is the highest paid kicker,
buddy, do
and
your job.
like
Okay?
it's not that hard. Just swing your leg and like come on. It's extra points that you're missing. It's not the long field goals, it's the extra points. Like why did we let go of Justin Reed just to have you miss extra points? We'd have a safety back there and not pay a kicker and just have him hit extra points. It's not that hard.
It's aggravating. It really is. I
Chiefs by
boo
a million.
I boo him from the stands.
It's deserved.
Sit all your Raiders players. Don't even play Ashton
Like,
Genty.
don't. He's gonna get ate up. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Last time we
Show.
said that the Jaguars beat us.
But
We're at home. We're at home. We're at home.
Etienne also didn't have a very good game. So
True. But Brian Thomas did.
uh, yeah, we're taking the Chiefs across the board. Sean isn't even here to tell me he's taking the Chiefs, and he's taking the Chiefs. Don't care.
Suck it, Tommy. You get to go watch your team lose in person. And
With your parents.
I hope the refs make a couple calls in our favor.
That'd be great.
I want to hear everybody gripe again.
All right. Well, let's get to our picks against the spread here. We'll get Sean's. I've got Sean's pick for Thursday night's game. but I do not have it for the rest. We'll get his picks in before the season or before the week takes off. But we've got the Unk Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers headed to Cincinnati, taking on the Bengals, who are 5.5 point dogs at home. I am taking the Steelers.
The Steely Dogs. What's the spread? I'm sorry.
5.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Easy, easy picking. We do have a London game. We'll have them for a couple more weeks here, at least coming up. So this one is going to be Rams, Jags. Jags, obviously the home team because they'd rather be an England position team, anyways. That's where they would rather be their home base be. But at home, the Jags are 3 point dogs. Puka Puka is slightly he missed portion of last week. Um, I need to check real quick because if Puka's out, rough. Did not practice on Wednesday. Considered day to day. It's a left ankle issue. Firmly up in the air to play.
Firmly up in the air. I love how it's
Firmly
like
up in the air.
firmly like we have no idea.
Uh, hmm. Brian Thomas Jr. has been playing really good. Etienne's been good. I think it might, especially if Puka doesn't play, it's going to be a get right game for the Jags. Jags get a win at home.
I don't want to keep following what you are going with, but I'm also going to take the Jags here.
That's probably going to end up being a team ride. Shout out Tommy. Knowing biggest Travis Hunter fan in the land, Sean. We've just picked the Chiefs game, which is the first game at noon that we will be picking here. Our next one at noon, the Patriots, who've been looking really solid. They've got some easy games coming up. They're heading into Nashville, taking on the Titans, who are 7 point dogs at home. They've just fired their head coach. It's a get right game. It's a comeback game. It's a new coach game. Titans.
That's funny.
Also, it's a revenge game for the Titans because Vrabel, even though they fired him.
But I it's a revenge game for Vrabel.
Could be seen either way.
Like I think that's a wild pick, man. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Good, good. Next up in the noon hour, we've got the Eagles taking on the Vikings in Minnesota. The Vikings are 1.5 point dogs at home. I think it's a get right game for the Eagles. I think Carson Wentz is still at the helm. Even if it wasn't Carson at the helm and it was JJ McCarthy, I wouldn't care. Give me the Eagles
Or you say they were in Minnesota?
in Minnesota.
No, yeah, I'll still pick the Eagles.
2 losses in a row. They need a bounce back game. It's going to be an ugly one for the Vikings. We do have an ugly game coming up. This could be very well Aaron Glenn's last game as an NFL head coach. They're already talking about firing him 7 weeks into his first head coaching gig.
Yeah, what? And Ben Johnson has 3 straight wins.
It's crazy. It's crazy because we've got the Panthers heading into MetLife taking on the Jets, who are 1.5 point favorites at home. Or excuse me, dogs, 1.5 point dogs at home. I don't think this is even a question. I don't know if Aaron Glenn gets fired this week. I don't know if they bench Justin Fields this week. Not like it's necessarily his fault, but he hasn't been getting help. Even with Garrett Wilson, this game's not going to be close. Give me the Panthers by a million.
Yeah, I mean Garrett Wilson is doubtful. Panthers.
They're also potentially going to be trading Brees Hall here pretty soon. There's no way that guy is re-signing as a free agent.
They're
And
they're they're resetting mid-season. Like Fire head coach, trade running back, like
They gotta get something going for them
bench
because
Justin Fields.
it's not looking good. Uh, two teams, one team fresh off of a big win at home. They will be this week. We've got the New Orleans Saints taking on the Bears in Chicago, who are 4.5 point favorites. Taysom Hill is stepping into a big role for the Saints last week and probably this upcoming due to injuries. But the Saints overall are just really, really bad. Bears defense is very solid, and if the Saints are going to be behind, which they will be, they're going to have to pass a lot, and that's not going to be good for Spencer Rattler. Give him like 4 interceptions on the day, and the Bears to win by 20 points.
This is a boring pick 'em, dude. I
We'll
don't
run
think
with
this
it.
is. I mean, I don't think this is the game where I can stray for like
I
the
mean, I
Bears.
don't think so. I
The
don't think
Bears'
I think you're
offensive
right.
weapons are, I don't know, they're just better. Spencer Rattler is. Everybody's been
Yeah.
saying like he's okay, like he's a decent quarterback, but I I think Ben Johnson has something going. So let's
And
give
they're
him a
overall
rest.
a better team. Defensively, the Bears are strong. They've got DeAndre Swift at running back, who's been phenomenal this season so far. Rome Odunze has been a big piece. He hasn't had like he's only had like one huge game, but they'll get there. They'll get that chemistry down. I think overall Bears just offensively and defensively, it won't be close. Next up at noon, last game at noon, we've got here the Miami Dolphins. They are heading into Cleveland, taking on the Browns, who are 2.5 point favorites in this game. How, how in the world are the Browns favored in this game?
Not sure.
Oh boy. I don't think I can pick the Dolphins. Like we can't pick the Dolphins again this year. They're just bad. It's all falling apart. I think Jalen Waddle has a fantastic game. He's probably gonna do pretty well, although the Browns defense is one of the best in the league. We've got a rookie QB winning his first game. Dylan Gabriel. First win.
I'll
Give me
go
the
ahead and
Browns.
take the Dolphins here. This will be the game. This will be the game that makes a difference.
It's probably gonna be the only one that we pick different from uh
Dolphin.
outside of the Pats Titans game. Because next up, starting in the 3 o'clock hour, we've got the New York Giants. Actually, we might pick different here. We've got the New York Giants heading into Denver, taking on the Broncos, who are 7 point favorites at home. I don't like the Broncos this year. The defense is very, very good. I do not like what they're doing on the offense this year. The Giants' secondary hasn't been great, but their pass rush is good, and Bo Nix does not know what to do under pressure. Jackson Dart, six and Fofo in a trap. Give me the Giants.
Well, yeah, I just think the smart pick is I don't think the Broncos win by 7 points. I think seven is super high for the way the Broncos have been playing. Um, yeah, I think the Giants will do enough to keep it within seven. I don't
I really
think
thought
they'll
you would go
win.
the Broncos.
I don't think
Really
they'll win.
thought you'd go the Broncos.
I don't like the 7 point spread. I don't. I just being a realist.
First game of the week, and it does come in the 3:05 hour. We've
The
got
Broncos
the
just eked by the fucking Jets, dude.
it was in London. It was in London.
They were
Give him a
supposed to lose
break.
that game.
Give him a break. The first game of the week here it is in 3 o'clock hour. We've got the Colts. They're heading to SoFi, taking on the Chargers, who are 1.5 point favorites at home. I don't know why. I don't know what Vegas is thinking. They played pretty meh against the Dolphins. They were able to come back. They really should have lost that game. Give me Colts. It'll be a close one.
I'll take the Chargers.
Big Herbert, big Herbert guy, huh?
Yeah, dude.
The Packers at 3:05, next game here, are heading into Glendale, Arizona, taking on the Cardinals. Don't know if Kyler Murray's playing. Don't really know if it matters. The Cardinals at home are 6.5 point dogs. Give me the Packers. Enough said.
Here's the thing. It's another kind of big spread, and there's been some crazier things happen in the NFL. Uh, Packers are terribly inconsistent. I take the Cardinals to beat the spread here, but probably not win the game.
Bad take.
Okay.
Our game to watch here. Sunday at 3:25. We've got the commies. They're heading into AT&T Stadium taking on Dak and the boys, who are 2.5 point dogs at home. It's a bounce back game for the commies.
Mm.
Cowboys are not playoff team. Give me the commies to win this one. Bill has a crazy game.
You've been doubting him all like 3 weeks.
I haven't doubted him. I've doubted the commies. And they're
Uh,
playing up against a bad defense.
yeah, but Washington hasn't been great on defense either, man.
That I It doesn't mean that he's not going to have a banging game.
I'm so tempted to call
Take the
Dallas.
Cowboys. Do it.
I'm really
What are you
tempted
scared
to
of?
because they suck. Give me the commies.
All right, we've got our second game of the week and one that Tybo really loves. It is the Atlanta Falcons heading to the West Coast, east to west here. They're going to be in Santa Clara taking on the 49ers, who are 2.5 point favorites at home. I don't know what Vegas sees here. I don't know what Tybo sees in this being a game of the week, but give me the Falcons.
It's another one I'm struggling with,
Why?
but I'm also going to take the Falcons.
Shocker. You've been tailing me the whole night.
How did we decide you go first? I thought I did better than you last week.
You did. I just started going.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes. Monday
Monday
night
night.
doubleheader. It is the third and final game of the week. The night game was the one that, or the very late game was the one that Tybo also wanted to be a game of the week, but it is not because one of those teams sucks real bad. This one first,
Mm,
a injury riddled Bucs team. They are heading into Detroit taking on an injury riddled Lions team who's coming off of a fat loss to the Chiefs, and they're 5.5 point favorites at home. I don't like that. That's way too large. If you wanted to give me like 3.5, I might have maybe jumped on the Lions here. I don't know. The Bucs. I like my boy Baker. I like their odds at winning this game, no matter who is injured. So give me the Bucs.
I'll take the Lions. I think they can win by a touchdown at home.
A Lions sympathizer, you are, Tybo. You loved hearing about how they got screwed by the refs.
Their offense is really good.
Their offense is really good. You'll have to explain to me what you think about this game and what makes it seem that appealing to you. Because Monday night doubleheader, this is the 9 p.m. Central Time kickoff, and you're in the Eastern Zone. I feel sorry for you because that's a 10 p.m. kickoff. It's going to be well after midnight by the time you're getting to bed for this.
After
The
midnight,
Houston
ain't
Texans
gonna let it
are
all
heading
hang
into
out.
Seattle, taking on the Seahawks, who are 3 point favorites at home. It's not even close. Give me the Hawks.
Look, Houston has a good defense, and they just had a good week offensively before their bye. They've had a bye
The
week to
Ravens.
kind of prepare, so I think Houston comes out like prepared after their bye and makes it a good game. The Seahawks, I would say they have a formidable defense, but if you game plan your first 15 script and you're feeling really good, like I do like the Texans' offensive capabilities of getting hot um, within a game. So the Houston's defense is good. You can debate a wall if you don't think so. Like if you think they're just an overall bad football team, like you haven't
No,
really
their
been
defense is
watching.
very good. Their offense is
Yeah.
bad.
So the Seahawks offense. It's going to be a rough go. I don't know if they will quote unquote struggle, but JSN's not going to have 170 yards again.
He
I
might.
know that much.
He might.
But the Seahawks are at home. You said
Seahawks are at home,
they're
3-point favorites.
3-point favorites. Yeah, let's say this game's closer than a field goal. Give me the Texans.
Wow. Well, we will get Sean's picks for this weekend. Outside of the Steelers and the Chiefs game, obviously we don't have those, so we'll get those in and make sure we keep track. Sean is currently in last place out of the three of us. Tybo has jumped him after his fantastic 10-win week last week. I had a nine
I
win
did
week,
not get both
so
of the Monday night games correct.
you got
So,
neither of the
okay.
Monday night games correct.
So I was 11
To
and
be more
5.
specific, no, you ended with 10 wins, my friend.
Oh, I thought I had 11.
No, you have you and Sean have the same but opposite. You went 10-5 because you lost. You
Okay.
picked both the Bills and the Commies. Sean ended up going 5 and
I
10.
just
I
could have
ended
swore
nine
I
and
remember
six.
you said 11 game. It doesn't matter.
Not anymore.
I know you don't know how to count, so it's okay. I take
Well,
everything with a grain of salt.
that's why I use formulas, my
Well,
friend. I don't have to do the counting.
mhm. You're so formulaic and bald.
Elaborate. Jeez. Listen, this is a weird week. It seems like there's not very many good matchups, and hopefully that isn't the case. I want to see a very good witching hour in red zone that I will have off to the side while I'm focused on the Chiefs. Just belt to ass on the Raiders. That's all I want to see. Just belt to ass.
Schmack,
Uh,
schmack.
but make sure you check in
Yeehaw.
at the beginning of next week as we recap
Bombay.
everything that has happened because there's bound to be something incredible that has gone on. It is the NFL. So
Incredulous. If you're a new Spotify listener and you're still listening at this point, go to YouTube and subscribe for us and look at Ty Bob's bald shiny head.
nice, nice and shiny. I've got tips for you, but you have to comment on the YouTube video. So
To have the baldest shiniest head.
the baldest, shiniest head.
You have tips for that?
I have tips,
Hell yeah.
just the tips.
Go go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.